Okay, we're finally back. I missed those couple days. I was not expecting to. But boy, the side effects from the second shot pretty much just completely took me out. Been bedridden for the last 2 days. Just no chance of streaming. Wanted to get one in today though, to make up for it. Actually feeling a lot better. Not sure exactly how long we'll go, but hopefully we can get at least an hour in here. Because it is... I guess we'll keep that. I know we want lots of ramp in this. Maybe we do just... screw it. Get rid of it all. Yeah, I wanted to get one in stream here because it is Canada Day, and you know, I'm going to be spending the day with my girlfriend. So happy Canada Day to anyone else in Canada, anyone outside of Canada. Too bad. So we're not doing deck roulette, mostly because I didn't have time to set it up. I've been rushing around today. I'm sweating like a pig with this heat wave. He's got wild growth. But we had some suggestions. Nice. Some suggestions in the Discord. And this one comes from John134, who started playing this last season. And I don't know if this is correct, but I'm going to do this. I think it's right just to get something out. But yeah, I started playing it last season. What did he say? Climbed from rank 5 plat to rank 2, which was rank 2 diamond, and actually ended up hitting legend before the end of the season. So he had a lot of success with it. We're gonna try it out. I thought it looked like a lot of fun. It's a bit silly. Now, he might just throw both of these in there, but I actually think that's fine. Surprised that he doesn't. Okay. Well, let's taunt that out. I think I'm going to take this out just to get rid of the spell power versus the extra health here. But yeah, decks seem like fun. Maybe we'll do some deck roulette for more climbing. I'm not sure. We've got at least one. Son of a bitch. Got at least one other suggestion in the Discord that we might go with as well. Can't get out of Molten easy. I think we just get a good steal here, though. Right? He's playing real greedy. Gold and Black Knight looks pretty cool, so we're gonna guarantee we steal that. And then I don't want to die to some bullshit combo, so let's do that. This deck almost looks similar to ours. Nice. Okay, that'll be draw later. I don't know what's correct here. I don't think it's correct to make the trade. But, like, do we want a Molten Giant? Or is Cairn better? See, Cairn's really great if it gets hit. This is nice for the taunt. We can do that later. Let's do this. I just don't feel like an extra 4 damage on the board is that big of a deal. And we can either play like these two or these two next turn. I feel like this like super solid body might be better. Just all 4/5s. Yeah, it is just crazy hot here, especially for Canada. I'm sure in other parts of the world, nice. This kind of temperature just, you know, isn't considered that crazy, but for here, this just feels insane to me. Alright, we're gonna do this for sure. We'll hit there, we'll hit there. Part of me wants to run out 2 Moltens, but now we're still gonna do this. Hey Nissy, good to see you back. Welcome. How are things?
I've got the beast in my sight.
Okay. Okay, well, we can charge this, so if he like... Yeah, that's fine. Right? 4, 8, 12, 13. Perfect. Ah, it's been so long since I've played Druid. A good first win. Yeah, so hopefully we're back to kind of regular streaming schedule. It works out, you know, this is the first day of the new season. We can kind of have the climb back as normal now that we're feeling not like complete dog shit. What's up, Ross? Again, I assume it's right. I never know how to say that. Ross? Surfer? R.A. Surfer. I don't know. Anyway, what's up? Welcome. Alright, what do we got here? A warrior. Okay, I gotta think this is a pretty good matchup for us as well. There's definitely some things about this deck I'm unsure of, but I'm, you know, sticking with just because that's what John has in the deck. But like, I'm a little unsure about Mark of the Wild. I know it's going to give stuff taunt. The +2/+2 is like, okay. Giving something taunt, I guess, is going to make you a little bit more survivable, but I don't know. I do like the Sun Fury in here. Quite a lot, though. This is also an interesting... Okay, well, never mind. It takes all of the interest out of it. If we didn't get the second Wild Growth, though, I actually don't know that you coin that. Because generally speaking, you're not going to have a turn 3 play with this deck at all. Or a 3 mana play. Well, we're just going to have to do that. This is looking like potentially Worgen OTK. Anytime you see a Loot Hoarder, it kind of hints at that. Yeah, and then the fact that he didn't swing, because you'll also occasionally see Loot Hoarders in like those kind of beat-down decks, the weapon-heavy decks. But if he doesn't swing there, it's definitely not. So unless he's playing some sort of weird control variant, then this is very, very likely Worgen. Now I wonder if we nourish here. I never play nourish. I never play it. The thing is, it gives you 2... Oh, wow. It gives you 2 mana crystals that aren't empty. That's the thing that's always so weird about it. I do like the card draw off of that, though, if you innervate that out. Getting a 5/5 out. I think I'd rather do that. Because getting up to 8 mana, but then, like, not having an obvious target next turn. Like, if we had a rag in our hand or something, I'd be a little more tempted to. We're getting BGH executed. Alright, cool. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to blast it with that? Same thing, you can nourish, get the 2 mana crystals, and then blast it. I think my cat is going crazy. Is it good, or do you get the big body down? I feel like if anything, I'm probably going to use that for draw. I want to kill this, and I don't think that there's a much better target for that. I'd rather drop it there as well, instead of putting it onto here. Just because, like, Warrior's got such hard removal, right? It's going to be able to kill either of these with, like, 1 card generally. Which I'm expecting, but no. Okay, same deal. You can play that, go up to 10, and play this. Or we can save it for draw. Yeah, I like it for draw. What class? What do you mean, what class? I mean, we're playing Druid right now.
Do you like to play with fire? Let the pain speak to me.
Mana shout. Are you recently having more fun? I don't know. I'm definitely having different fun. I'll explain that here in a second. I don't know if it's worth hitting that. Part of me wants to. I should hit with this because it's already weak to execute. Part of me wants to take it out though for brawl, even though it's very good with brawl. Yeah, so like, I think when Classic first started up, I didn't expect to really have that much fun with it because, you know, it was like the same kind of thing we'd already done before, right? It's like an old version of the game. How much fun can it be again? And I was really surprised by how much fun it was to play, and so I kind of wanted to be like more competitive, climb to legend, you know, and that's originally how I built an audience here.
I have no time for games.
I think it's pretty important that we actually get taunts up for the Worgen. Yeah, and so that was a lot of fun, but then after hitting Legend twice, and then last season I was like, do I want to make the push? And I kind of started to, and that part wasn't fun anymore. You know, trying to play any kind of the same meta decks, all that, it gets a little eh. But what I am loving is, like, as the community grows, like, this is a viewer suggested deck, whether it's the actual deck itself or okay, let me draw first. Or just like the idea for a deck or something. When it's coming from viewers, it is just so much fun. Alright, we're going to throw this out, even though it's weak to brawl. I think it's fine. Yeah, and so having all the community feedback and all that kind of stuff, that makes the game like so much more fun. I don't think I would, actually I'm 100% sure I would not keep playing if people weren't watching and being involved, and I didn't have that feedback. So in that sense, I'm very appreciative and really loving things. What's up, Nolan? How was post-shot life? Well, if you catch the start of the vlog, I talked about it a bit. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So the first shot when I got it. I immediately came home, streamed, and by the end of the stream, like, I was really feeling it. It was not good, and it was downhill from there. But that was like, 2 hours, 2.5 hours after, something like that. But then, it got better, right? You kind of went through the worst of it, lots of aches and pains and all that. With this one, by the end of the stream, I was like feeling it a bit, but not too bad. And probably like another 4 hours afterwards, I was actually okay. And then, I don't know, it was like 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. Maybe a little later than that even. It just got like bad. Like they give you this form that's like, this is your shot, whatever. And it's got a list of potential side effects. And I think I literally had every single thing on there. Like fever, chills, muscle aches. I had the worst headache of my life. Like, I was just completely bedridden for 2 days. Like, originally I was gonna just like post something to Discord and be like, I'm not gonna be able to stream today. And even that was like, it's too much work, can't do it, I'm just gonna lay here and be miserable. So that, combined with like the heat, made things so much worse. I couldn't sleep. I just it's been a rough few days here. I don't know if it's correct to taunt this or charge it. If he saps it, that really sucks. But if you leave it as a 4/4, he can eviscerate it. So I don't actually know what the better play is. That's insanity. As soon as you told me about the other shots, I was like, dang, you're gonna be out. It's so funny. It popped into my head when you were like, oh, guess we won't see you tomorrow. And I was like, nah, I'll be fine. Fuck. Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. I think Tom's probably better. It looks like it is, because he's not doing anything to it now. At least it means your immune system works. It does. Yeah, I can't tell if it means I have a good immune system or a bad one. In other areas of my medical health, it all points to having a bad one. I'll get into that in a sec. I'll tell you this horrible story. If you run combo, probably taunt too, honestly. Yeah, probably. I do think the taunt is probably a higher probability play there. But I at least considered the charger. From what I read, it means you have a good one because your rapid response was good. Well, let's hope. I mean, I think, generally speaking, I'm pretty healthy, but I was gonna shadow step, do some crazy shit. Especially when I was younger, like university. But I've had it like my whole life as well. I have this problem where I'll get canker sores in my mouth very, very frequently. And you might be like, oh yeah, everyone gets canker sores. Like, that's not crazy. Oh, Sylvanas is interesting here. Really wish I got naturalized though. No BGH in the list? No. This is a viewer submitted list, and it's just straight ramp, straight greed. And you actually hit legend with this, so we'll see. But yeah, I would get, like, normally people, you'll get like this tiny, tiny little canker sore in your mouth, like this little itsy bitsy thing. My whole mouth would be filled with some that are like the size of like a coin or like a small pebble. Something would be like underneath my tongue, on top of my tongue, cheeks, like back of the throat. Absolutely horrible. Oh, there we go. We're at least alive. And sucks, because you also want to be able to kill that. Oh well. And yeah, at some point I went to the doctor. And she's like, well, you don't have any of, like, the, Oh, did I tell this before already? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, you don't have any, like, symptoms of, like, cancer or Crohn's disease or any other, like, immunodeficient, whatever disorder kind of thing. So you probably just have a crappy immune system. It's like awesome, just awesome. And like I get colds all the time. When I was still like working in the office, it wasn't all this self-isolation stuff. I would get like a dozen colds every year. I don't know. So I like to think that the horrible response I had was a good thing, but I feel like every other piece of evidence I've had in my life points to it being not so good. Yeah, it's always tiny till you bite it. That's like a normal canker sore. Mine would just like, I would wake up and then like my entire tongue has like, 15 canker sores on it that are just enormous. Oh God, it was horrible. You get stressed easily. Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I do. I had to quit my job because of stress, actually. I got it was getting pretty miserable over time anyway. It's not like it was just normal 9 to 5 stuff. It was pretty awful. But yeah, my whole body had this like horrible burning pain all over it. It would usually start in my chest, and like when it first happened, I just thought I like strained the muscle or maybe like tore something or whatever, and it like spread through the rest of my body to the point that that like my whole body felt like it was on fire, pretty much 24/7 for like a 6-week span. And after that happened 3 times, and I got like no medical help from my company. Like they wouldn't. They're like, you can go on unpaid leave, and that was it. After that, I quit. I doubt we can run this out with like a Sylvanas and live another turn. I also doubt we survive even if Rag snipes this, but let's hope. Isn't stress a reason to get canker sores? Yeah, it is. And I'm sure it contributed too, because I would often get them around like finals time when I was in university. And so it's like a lot of things piling up that would add to it. But 100%, I'm sure stress played a pretty big factor. Well said. We can stress together all the time. No, you're not alone. Stress causes so many different problems, it's insane. It really is. It's like, I don't know. It kind of blows my mind just how much like the mind affects the body in like good and bad ways. Like, you ever hear those stories about like an old couple? They're like, 85 years old in like a nursing home, something like that, and then like the wife will die, so like 2 days later the husband will die. And it's like, they're just like so sad. Or like I heard a story of like, it's like this old grandfather who's talking every day about like, I guess it was probably the father or somebody, but right, in his 80s kind of thing. Can't wait till my kids visit for Christmas, blah blah blah. They came, visited for Christmas, died the next day. It's like that's all he had to live for, and so that's like why his body's holding on. It's just crazy shit. Stress does cause so much stuff. Need to meditate. Yeah, I'm not big on like the what do you call it? Like, I don't know what you'd refer to it as, but typical like sit and breathe and whatever. I've tried it. It doesn't really do much for me. But even just like I used to when I was working again like the 9 to 5 thing, I would just take at one point every day a minute to just like go somewhere else. I would just get away from the computer, still locked up in the apartment. Go like sit on this chair, stare out the window, and just like clear my head for a bit, and that was enough to make like an enormous difference. So there's certainly a lot to that kind of thing, and I'm sure you know, it's nothing against like proper meditation, because I know a lot of people really benefit from it, but I just haven't been able to like pull that off, I guess. I don't know which one of these to do. I know this could get swiped, but I actually feel like the draw is good here. On a Hearthstone note, isn't coin growth bad when you have no 3-drop? Yeah, sometimes it is. It's kind of useless. The thing is with the hand there, I didn't really explain the play, but it kind of popped into my head as well. Sorry, let me consider this. I kind of want to mark this and then innervate the Druid of the Claw. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, so I still wanted to play the Sun Fury just because I don't think giving things taunt in this matchup is generally that helpful. So I was going to play that out anyway, and then if we played the Wild Growth on 2 and save the coin, I didn't want to coin out Keeper either, so it's like either or. You could have run the Sun Fury out and then played Wild Growth on 3, but that doesn't really help. And then, yeah, and then depends what you end up getting into as well. Alright, we'll just do this. I don't hate this. Is there any reason to hit that, though? Guess it could have been hold coin and then match Druid of the Claw next turn. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you would have held on to it, that's true. Deck needs a Mukla. Yeah, no 3-drop in the deck. Yeah, I mean, the guy, give him a shout before. What's his name again? John134. The guy who made the deck. He actually hit Legend with this last season, so it's apparently not in need of a 3-drop. You be super greedy and win. But we'll see. Maybe the greediness isn't entirely warranted. Maybe it's just hilarious. But either way, you know what I mean. Nothing to play on turn 3 to having Innervate in hand. Yeah. No, I got you. I don't want to do this. I want to buff something with Mark of the Wild. If I buff this and I hit, this is on 4 health. I use 1 swipe. If I buff this and I hit, then it's already vulnerable to swipe. You buff, you go face. Maybe that's what you do. The fuck out of here with this board clear. I know you're classic for life, but did you check out the expansion announcement? No, I did not. Also, classic for life. I really hope not. Classic for the lifespan of Hearthstone, maybe, but oh my god, if I'm playing this when I'm 40, stop watching. Don't encourage me. Okay, there is the other swipe. No, like, innervate shenanigans, hopefully. Have you committed by 35? Jesus, do it before then. 5 more years of this? I think it's crazy how much I played this game back in the day that I still play it today. Sometimes I feel like embarrassed by how much I've actually played this game over my lifespan. And at this point, it's not even like my favorite game in the world. Like I said, I love it because of like the community around it and how there's like a nice back and forth between like deck building and all that kind of stuff. But like, this is not my favorite game. If I'm playing this at 35, something's gone seriously off the rails. That's where I shave my head and have my Britney moment, you know? do it. You can have a full golden deck flexing on noobs. Yeah, people. It'll be people who like weren't even born when the game first came out. Oh my god, what a horrible thought. I wonder if you keep swipe here. I know like keeper can be good against zoo as well. Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you don't go as hard into the ramp. Yeah, let's try it. I'd rather it be games than drugs. That's a good way to think of it. Depends. Depends. I'm sure I'll still be, Oh my god. This is rude. I guess you just wait till next turn and play the Ancient of War. Yeah, I'm sure I'll still be, like, drinking at 35. That's, Why is this guy greeting me? Alright, hold on. We will greet him back in just a second. There we go. That's appropriate timing. You need to buy the cards now, right? Like after they redid basic card things? I don't know exactly what you mean. After they redid basic card things. Like, I still had all my original stuff from way back in the day. So, like, if you played before, it's unchanged. That's crazy how effectively he killed that, too. Yeah, we'll save the naturalize. I don't know what these things are called. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean, but not quite. So classic favorite was removed and it's replaced with cards they gave everyone for free. Yeah, like when I came back, I noticed I had all this like extra shit that they gave me. Oh shit, that. Cause yeah, they like reworked a bunch of the cards and stuff like that, but like as far as I know, they're like kept separate between the two between like the two modes. So you have you can have like golden versions of the stuff that they'll give you, all those like new reworked classic things or whatever, but then you still have all the original classic things that you did. I didn't follow it too closely because I already had all this stuff, so there didn't seem to be like any mismatches. But some new players need to buy or craft classic, I think. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, so sick. Another thing, though, I'm not quite sure of, because I kind of ignored again, I just, like, click super fast. The achievement track, like, certain achievements in there give you a bunch of classic cards, but I don't know if those are all for, like, the newer modes, like the new standard, or if that counts. Let me think about this. Yeah, if that counts other stuff. Okay, I'm definitely taking this out. Only question is if honestly, I think this is better, just because I don't want to like abuse of that into the mold. It's really the only argument I have. I collected a lot of golden classic cards from the achievements thing. Okay, yeah, this thing. But then it turned out that I can play them in standard only. They're not for classic at all. Okay, see, I didn't know if it worked that way, like if it went from standard back. I just knew like the goldens that were there. I couldn't play it as golden, but I don't know if the actual cards themselves I can play as non-golden, if you know what I mean. We got 12 damage here. Okay.
I have no time for games.
For the wilds.
think there's any way we get screwed by this. I think it took Blizzard too long to fix the huge cost of getting into this game. Oh yeah, I think one of my favorite things that they did actually was that Whizbang, like Professor Whizbang or whatever the hell his name was, where it just gave you a bunch of like random decks with like the newest cards. They weren't even like competitive or anything, but I crafted a golden one at one point randomly and probably played for like 3 to 4 days. It was like, oh, that was kind of fun experiencing the new cards. I thought that was like a clever way to try to like introduce some of the new cards, but no, it did. It got really, really out of hand. Newer cards are just crap design. Every card is just some kind of lottery. I really don't like the new card design. I totally agree. I don't think it's even just the randomness. I think like it goes, I don't know, it goes beyond it. Like a game where like both players have 30 health and they want to still have all the crazy wildness. It's like then you have to have giant heals or giant armor givers and cards that draw like 5 other cards, and it's, I don't know. I just don't think it's good. Okay, here's another. Do we coin wild growth? I don't think so. We're probably not going to face the shit that this guy has. The 1 damage spell into Leroy easy. Oh, I don't even know what that is. I have no idea how anything in Hearthstone works now. Yeah, I haven't really followed much. Oh, interesting. Can we get something good? Yeah, I thought it was kind of fun to take a look at the latest expansion, the latest full expansion anyway. See what some of the card design looks like, but even then, yeah, I don't know how that fits into like the greater picture. I saw when I logged in today, it's like you got some new card, and it's like the one that I was making fun of in that review thing. The one that was like, oh, this guy's wife is hidden in your deck or something like that. Go find her. It was like, what? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? And this card was something like that. It's like, pick a path, and as you, I don't know, what was it? I don't know. As you achieve the path, get a reward. It's like, I don't know, just nonsense. The new artwork is really cartoonish. Seems like they changed the focus to children. I kind of always thought the game was, well, I actually think a lot of Blizzard games are really geared towards a wider audience, I'll say. I don't think it's just children, but I think it's yeah, trying to hit like bigger demographics and things like that, which I've never hated. I actually think cartoonish artwork ages way better than non-cartoon artwork, so I'm kind of a fan of it. That being said, I don't have a great idea of what the later card artwork looks like, so I can't comment too much on that, but you know, in general, you hear it's not great at the moment. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it's not an aggro pattern. I really thought it was when the Squire dropped, and I was like a little unsure whether I should swipe to clear that stuff, but I thought, alright, I don't want it all getting buffed, and yeah, now we're getting into some, it's either like mid-range with a non-aggressive draw, or it's just control with a couple early pieces in there. Is there any reason to nourish? You can get up to 4, 6. I don't think so. I think this is just going to be better. Played Arena, had that card, and I don't know what anything does. Gives you good legendary. Okay. Alright, 2 quality, so this is not bad. Though if I could get another swipe, I'd love that. Holy. Ooh. Not nice. That's actually quite good. I might have to do that. got another option. It's too bad I don't have the Sun Fury. Because I could, like, hero power, take a shitload of damage so I could play the Molten. I actually think that's fine. Typically Paladin doesn't have much burst at all. So to be able to do this, I think is actually really good. And he's used both the qualities. It's really childish artwork though. The new big dragons look like baby versions of the old ones. I guess I'll have to take a look before I can comment on those. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally fine with cartoonish styles and stuff like that, but I mean, I do think that, like, you should at least make dragons look badass, right? Dragons are cool as fuck. Yeah, this deck is doing, like, really good. There's no way we take 8 damage to face, right? I just can't imagine. I saw some corrupt cards in Arena. They seem somewhat unbalanced, very powerful, pretty easy trigger. So I think corrupt is where you, like, play a card with a higher cost, right? Okay, good. Like if it's a 2 mana card, you play a 3 mana and then it upgrades, something like that. Yes? Okay. Because I have some thoughts on that. Guy didn't know if he wanted to go aggro or control, so he went 50-50. Yeah, it was kind of weird. YOLO HP Molten, copy it. Yeah, I did think of 8 Avenging Wrath to the face. I did, but I think I'm alright. My dumbass thought it was the Warlock card since I'm a boomer. No, I had the same thought, and I had to make sure I wasn't mixing it up. I know exactly what you mean. The 1 mana card that nobody ever plays. But no, so the corrupt cards I think are interesting. I think it's a really interesting design space. I don't know. I can't really comment on how well they're balanced because I don't know the meta of Standard. But I think it's a clever way to have cards that you can play in the early game that aren't dead in the late game. A lot of Hearthstone early days, like even in Classic or you know, soon after, had a problem where, like, you have to draw those early cards, and that's what makes aggro so good, is you have so many early cards in your deck. So even when they introduce cards like Zombie Chow, and you're like, that's the sickest anti-aggro card, you have to draw it really early, and it takes up 2 spots in your control deck that, you know, you'd rather have for other cards. So being able to have them as both, like, early and late game, I think is, like, a cool thing to do, first of all. And then and they kind of explored that with those cards that would, like, eat the rest of your mana. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but you spend all your mana and it would do whatever for however much you spent. But I think in Arena specifically, my guess is that it's easier to pull off the corrupt cards just because Arena, it's like a less perfect deck. You get a less perfect curve. I don't know if I get that out. I don't think so. I really don't know yeah, but, and because of that, I think it's just easier to pull off the corrupting. So they're probably a lot stronger in Arena than they are in Standard. But I'm speculating there. I'm sure someone. I mean, Nolan plays more Arena than I do. I'm sure he could comment on that. Yeah. How is that a mechanic and a card, the corrupt thing? I know what you mean. Let's get the Sylvanas out. It might set up a decent swipe. I was tempted to do Karen because it's a bigger body you can hit, and then you can, like, keep her, but I don't have great follow-up after. I guess I could do, like, a Nourish ramp into keeper. Yeah, we'll see what we get here. You play no Wraths in this deck? What kind of blasphemy is this? It's just a greed deck. Like I said, I didn't come up with the deck, so all the credit, but also all the blame gets deflected.
Survive.
For the wild.
I know I could have done Nourish with the ramp. I don't know. Maybe I should have just done it. I was thinking I'd keep it for card draw, but I mean, do I really need card draw here? I'm sure I don't.
That belongs in the museum.
It's tempting to naturalize and reclaim the board, but I think I want to save it for like a rag. I think if I like naturalize that and then he plays something big like a rag, I just lose. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just dead anyway. Try some Ancient Watcher Priest. Ancient Watcher in Silence is like an Innervate Yeti. Nice. Priest plays really well with a big thing on the board that you can heal. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They definitely do. Can I survive at all? I don't think so, right? No.
I can see.
That's alright. Yeah, that's cool. I actually really like Ancient Watcher as a card. It's something I would like, you know, to try to fit into some other weird decks. I know Druid sometimes could play it with like Sun Furies. And then I always like it in Warlocks with Shadow Flame. If you're trying to make something that's not handlock. Circle Healing, straight OP when you have big stuff and the opponent plays minions into it. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Also has the opportunity to have those like crazy, ridiculous draw turns, which are always fun.
I must protect the world. Nature must be preserved.
It's a little bit tempting to hold on to the Black Knight because it's so good in this matchup. Yeah, maybe I'd do it. Whether it's good to do or not, I'm actually tempted to create or craft a golden Black Knight. Okay, I'll probably play that out and try to buff it. You can also play Aggro Priest, double Mind Blast, double Holy Fire. Oh, interesting.
Shields up.
It's already 20 damage that ignores taunts. Yeah, that's cool. That's actually an interesting concept. Yeah, maybe I'll do that one day. I always like the kind of burn decks, you know, like you'll often get with Mage. Do I hit this thing?
I got this.
Nah, fuck. Flapping a reg for another 8. Yeah, reg's good, but it's an inconsistent 8.
Where shall I start?
Okay, that's fine. I was worried that somehow he was gonna get out a Black Knight of his own. Suck it. I think I will hit. I don't want him to Wrath that. That's the only thing. Top deck 5-drop as well. Yee. That's fine.
I'm invincible.
guy really likes swiping. We're probably going to do the exact same thing soon. Okay, weird 6 mana wild growth, but actually sets up a play.
Pay attention, class.
Alright, not bad, no spells. So do you guys all have like a horrible heat wave where you live too? Because I just want to cry in this weather. I am so sweaty. Is it just me or do diamond cards look worse than the golden? It's not just you. But it's one of those things where like you spend all this money. Like I don't know if you're a sports guy at all, but it's like when a team pays a giant contract for like a starting quarterback and then he sucks, he's terrible game after game, but they're like, fuck, we spent so much money on this guy, like I guess we just let him keep playing. That's how it feels. By that I just mean I created him, so I feel like I need to play him over and over, even though I don't think it looks very good. I'd use non-golden over diamond. Nah, I gotta go diamond over the non-golden. Golden I think looks way better though. Okay, just go face. Alright, what do we have here? 4, 8, 11 potentially. Well, we can swipe too. I do think though the what do you call it? Blade Master Samuro looks way better. The platinum version or diamond or whatever looks way better than the rag. I think the rag looks like especially bad. I'm worried about this getting Black Knighted, but I don't know. He's running like a more tokeny deck, so I think there's a way less chance it even has the card. And if I run out Sylvanas, he might just hit there. Yeah, no Molten Giant value this game. 10 mana and 2 innervates, you can play it. Oh yeah, so sick. It is the nice thing about Druid though, like we did in the Paladin game. You can just like murder yourself to make this more playable. Is Naturalize any good in this list? I don't know, I mean we just played it for today. So I'm just going on what was put together originally. And that included 1 Naturalize. We had some success with it, right? We naturalized a Doom Guard. We hit a 12/12 Edwin, but then we just died right after. I think it feels alright so far. I actually really like Naturalize. Like, I know it gives the other guy, gives him draw, but like, giving a zoo draw doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Sometimes with these druids also it's not that big of a deal because they already have like really good draw. So giving them more is, you know, unless you're drawing them into combo pieces or whatever, they usually have what they need anyway. Ancient of War greater than Ancient of Lore confirmed? Oh yeah. Later in the alphabet, the bigger you are, right? Got so much Druid. But we're actually tearing through. Well, here, let's see if we get any naturalized value this game. it doesn't work. Okay. Well, you can't just kill him with it, so... Already not a great turn 1 card. I tried. Maybe this guy's trying to. It's like, shit, does Naturalize actually work on your face? Yeah, Sacrificial Pact into Draxus is the real deal. 0 mana, win the game. It's so funny. The worst, though, is, like, as time went on and more of those, you know, generate a random spell cards got introduced to the game. And you just had the chance to, like you didn't even have to be a warlock. You could just randomly blow Draxus out. It's like, what game are we playing anymore? Man, little does this guy know, my Molten Giants only cost 19 mana. Go ahead, hit me in the face. Molten Giants look damn sexy in gold. Do they? I feel like I've, like, barely ever seen them. I can't even imagine. I can't picture what they look like. I can believe it. But yeah, I can't think what they look like. God, this guy is slow as fuck. Alright, at least we got a thing to play. Used to have one, dusted it for full value, and they got nerfed. What was the nerf? I don't remember a different version of it. Started classic, you opened a new one? Okay. $20 mana to 25 mana. Wait. Is that like in standard now? They're 25? 25 mana, that seems like bad. Is that playable? Oh, they reverted it at some point. Oh, okay. Yeah, that feels weird. It feels like unless you're playing with like Ice Block, which I also believe got removed from standard, it would just be trash. Oh my god. Play a card, dude. Holy fuck. I'll play it for you. Play it. Sweet Jesus. It's the thing I never get about this. Like, of course it's possible that this guy is genuinely, like, thinking about his play and trying to figure out what's best, but I mean, the way that this is gone, I just assume he's fucking around. But I just never understand wasting your own time with it, right? Like, I get in other games if you're, like, losing. I'm not, like, justifying the behavior. I hate when people do it. But if they're losing and then they just, like, stall forever to be a dick, it's like, I at least understand what they're doing. It's a dick move, but I understand what they're doing. But when it's like an even game and you're wasting your own time, what? Life coach is back, time to open another tab. Yeah, maybe that's all this is. Life coach is Smurf or something. I don't know, but he played that last turn fast. Like, maybe he's just genuinely playing slow, and I'm being a big meanie. Nah, never mind. Press the fucking button. Okay. Like the last 5 times we've played Rag, he's gone face. Okay, make that 6. I think it was like every time we played him in that priest deck, the last time we played it in this deck, and now even here. Diamond Rag sucks ass in so many different ways. Even he's looking at him like, what the fuck is this? Why is it so ugly? True gold looks good with any color. Blue just does not match. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of, right, because they tried to do this like 3D thing, and that Blade Master card, right? It doesn't have like his sword just popping out of it or whatever to give that like 3D look. I think it can be cool. But they like don't really take advantage of it here. He's like barely got a finger out and like the base of his hammer. It's, I don't know, it's just not that impressive. Alright, what do we do? I was just so bored. So we can like Molten Sun Fury, we could like Faceless Naturalize. And Sun Fury. Oh my god, yeah. Let's do that. Nah, we're not gonna swipe his face. Let's do that. Guess we could have also like Mark of the Wild. Wow, this is interesting. I've never seen the border be diamond before on a taunt. Interesting. It actually looks slightly better like that. Guy's playing like it's a tournament in silver. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we could have went with the 10-10. I like the naturalized better though. Clearing the board against Druid just feels great. And then, I mean, again, like I said, I don't think it's a huge deal to actually like force him to burn cards, because he probably has like everything he needs already, but it's kind of fun. Sweet monkey Jesus, what the fuck is this guy doing? It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Time waits for this guy. Time absolutely waits for this guy. It's just chilling. Double 10-10 with 7 mana. Sure. 7 mana, but then we wouldn't be able to taunt. I like the taunt there. Okay. We swipe his face, that's the play, right? 12, push him to 8. Yeet. There's no way to like guarantee lethal here, I'm not crazy. Let's just do this. Because why not? Oh yeah, Mark of the Wild gives time. Yeah. No, fair enough. I don't know what I was thinking then. Yeah, Mark and Black Knight. That's true. I never even made that connection. Yeah, I don't know. I was just laser focused on this being the only way to give time. Might be. Not that it really seems to matter. This with an extra 2/2 doesn't really help, but yep, all of that is true. Yeah, you're right. I could have just attacked it, but you are correct. You are correct. If I would have just... And you know what? I'll probably get... a bunch of YouTube comments telling me that I missed lethal. I think in those games I just get so impatient that I'm like, I just want to do something because the guy waits for so long. I'm not even looking at my own play. I just kind of like slowly did it, right? I saw the swipe and then you either get lethal or whatever, but yeah, you're right. I could have just hit and let Rag go face. That's probably the worst thing about streaming this game is like I love the community feedback and the the back and forth and all that, but especially in the last like couple weeks, the number of comments I got that are like missed lethal at like this timestamp from a VOD from like 2 months ago. It's like, Jesus, I don't care. Alright, you spotted it. I'm sure I missed lethal a bunch. And yes, that was evidence in the last one. I don't mind it here though, because yeah, that'll actually help me like play the deck better. It's fresh in my mind. Everything that Chad is saying right now is mistakes that I'm making, which are relevant. But yeah, missing lethal 2 months ago. Not interested. Didn't matter anyway, but it's actually hard to play in chat at the same time. It is. I'm like looking at this other monitor more often than I'm looking at my hand. Plus, like, let's be real. I mean, we're making fun of this guy for tryharding in silver, like, right? If I miss lethal and lose, it's like, all right, what do I get? Like 6 stars when I win at this rank anyway. Yeah, not the end of the world. It's actually what I like about this game is that I don't have to take it super seriously. Like if I play, I don't know, StarCraft for example. I really like StarCraft. Used to play it a lot, don't anymore. But like I can't play that game and just have fun. Like I have to play it competitively. It's like so intense, and like any tiny little mistake, right, it's gonna have like a crazy outcome on the game, and you gotta like self-analyze, all that kind of stuff. That's what makes it fun. But this game, like, you can screw up and lose a game and barely affects your rank. It's like, who cares? Queue up. It's like 5 or 10 minutes for the next game. God, are we playing the same guy? Are there? You have 3 mana. Shit puts me in the grumpiest mood. Alright, is there any argument to coin out a keeper? It's really not that good. What do we do next turn? Otherwise, to coin out a nourish. Honestly, coin nourish seems better. Yeah, I think I've gotten not too bad at, well, I say this after making like 15 mistakes the last game. I've gotten not too bad at like interacting with chat, speaking whatever's on my mind, and still playing the game. You know, there's been a few streams where we're like going for legend, where I'm like very hyper focused on the game itself. Oh, interesting. Maybe we're not nourishing then. I don't think we can just let that live and take 4 damage every turn. But especially when I first started doing this, it's like surprisingly difficult to do both. Because when I watch somebody play, I feel like I can like see the plays better than if I'm actually playing myself. And I don't know what that is. It's really weird. I felt that like years ago back in the day. I would like watch streamers and I'm like, oh, I would do this and that, and like, oh, look at all this clever stuff or whatever. And then I'm not even streaming. I would just like queue up a game, and then it's like a completely different focus, and I just felt like worse at it. Yeah, I can't even have music when you climb the ladder. Yeah, sometimes music will mess me up too if it's... At least if it's like intense music, you know? Like some EDM or something. Yeah, that would screw me up. It's weird, but win rate goes up when you're super focused. I 100% understand it though. Okay. Oh, an innervate. Does that change anything? Because you can like coin that extra 2 mana. I don't think I would mark that, but maybe. I mean, we get it at a range of that. You can nourish for 2. Go up to 8, and then innervate coin. No, I don't like that. You can Druid to the claw. Innervate coin keeper. It's not great either. Don't hate Druid mark. Yeah. I'll just do that. Nothing fancy. Even like innervate hero powering that could be good too, but he's gonna have spell damage from this anyway. If he throws all this in, that's fine. We throw up more taunts. And if we take a bit of damage, it could even be beneficial if we get like a free Molten that we can mark and faceless. That's right. You got no idea what you're playing. Yeah, I think he's still got 1 sap in the deck, though. Which I guess he's gonna dig for. Okay. I really haven't been getting value out of Nourish, but maybe I'm playing with things wrong. Because like again, here I could do it, gain 2 mana crystals and then play this out, but I would rather just like play that and mark. Or even like double keeper this. It's really the problem if you like saps and then Leroy's. We're fucked. I'd rather do that. If he saps 1, it's okay. If he's got to throw stuff into the other. Cause we still have like 5 damage. Well, I guess 4. We don't have enough mana. 4 damage from hand. Any reason you don't use Hearthstone deck tracker? I just don't like it. Like I find, well, 1, I don't like the clutter. I just think it looks annoying, I guess. And then I find part of the fun trying to remember the cards that have been played and figure things out, because I don't always remember, and it's like it's fun for me to be like, ooh, did he use both executes? You know, was that his second consecrate? I'm not even sure, and I'm sure I would play better with the deck tracker, but yeah, I don't think it's as fun. Oh, that's a cool card back, actually. Alright, gonna end it there for today, though. Really cool deck. by John. So thank you very much for the recommendation. Should be back tomorrow. I think the only thing that's going to get in the way, like I think we're pretty much over all the symptoms of the shot, but I think the only thing that get in the way is my sleep schedule at the moment. I've been sleeping like in these 4-hour stints, partly because it's hot, partly because I feel like garbage. So it might just be like a weird time of stream, I would think, either really early or really late. But yeah, really appreciate everyone watching. Figure out what we're doing tomorrow. Maybe we'll take another suggestion that's there. I think there's a couple still hanging about there. I do some other deck building. I don't know. See what you're feeling tomorrow. Yeah, really appreciate it, everyone on Twitch and YouTube, and enjoy the rest of your night. Happy Canada Day, and catch you guys later.